And now we're live everywhere.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Oh.
Welcome to the Runny Drink Podcast.
Helena, how are you? Welcome on Instagram.
You may not know this. It's Wednesday night.
Can you hear us?
Hopefully.
Should I move that closer?
I can't see the picture, so I think you might want to rotate it just a tad bit so that you're in frame.
No.
We have two cameras going tonight so that we are able to simulcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And Amy's making a slight adjustment to the camera. She's making more than a slight adjustment to the camera. Just rotate it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, just a slight rotation that way so that you're more in frame over there. Anyway, welcome to How the Sausage is Made, episode 5,000, because we love showing you guys the behind the scenes of everything that we're doing. Here. Well, she is on more than one episode of the podcast, so that's totally okay. If you are jumping into
Cheryl.
the live stream, please say hi. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you're drinking tonight. We are super excited because, number one, we're getting back to the usual, the regular weekly beer chats. Mouse Ears and Magic is over on the tubes. Hello, James J. Williams. How are you, sir? And we are excited to be bringing back beer. And this is beer with no asterisk, beer with no qualifier, beer with no apologies or anything else made. We are going to enjoy a delicious brew tonight. And this is actually one that was brought to us by one of our longtime... What?
I asked them to say what they were drinking and what they were doing.
Yes.
So
good call. You talk for a second while I share, and then I'll finish the description of the beer that we're going to be having tonight.
Well, I can also read it, or are you going to read it?
I'll read it. You just say hi to everybody, and I'll be right back.
Helena says she can't stay long, but she wanted to say hi. She's got a collagen drink, Ancient Nutrition. And Cheryl says, just finished her run. All right. And cracked open a Bold Rock hard cider. Bold Rock. I don't think we've ever seen here.
I don't think that we've ever seen that one.
I don't know if we can get it in Florida or if it's an exclusive to her area.
Yeah, that's not a brand that I am familiar with.
So I don't know. How is Mouse Ears and Magic saying to us, bet you all had a miserable weekend?
There was nothing miserable about our said weekend.
No, we have to say congratulations to several people.
We do.
Like Perfectly Imperfect Maria and Anna Runs on Coffee, and on Instagram, all of the Instagram handles I'm remembering, right? And Brianna Runs Disney. I may be butchering that handle, so I'm not sure. But I have to say congratulations to all of those ladies. And Susie Runs at 50. Also, Susie did the half. Susie Runs at 50 did the half. And the other ladies were completing the Dopey Challenge. So at Disney, 5K, 10K, half, and full. We did the 10K at Disney, and Susie Runs at 50 did the half, and JoJo has just joined the Instagram chat. Welcome and Happy New Year to you and everybody who's in the chat. And James Miller Loves to Run is here from California.
And we also got Katie over on the tubes.
Yes. Popping the popcorn.
And right? Josh is here. Josh, we're
having your beer.
I was going to say, I can get to the description now that I've done the share.
And Don B. Disney is now on Instagram. And JoJo says, hey, James, how's it going? We have a couple of different Jameses here in the chat. So
Yes, we were fortunate enough several months ago
Oh,
to have patron of the show and our resident executive producer in charge of hashtags, Josh Osborne, make a road trip
yes,
down here to Florida
indeed.
to do one of the coolest beer runs ever. Ever. 1,400 miles to come hang out for a couple of hours,
Yes.
talk, and just get to have some FaceTime. And then he brought us beers. And tonight
Yeah.
we are cracking into those. And I'm actually really excited about these. I've
Mhm.
been looking at these, and I mean, it's the theming is perfect. I have no idea how these are going to taste. So
I'm sorry.
we are super excited.
Sarah has just now joined the chat on Instagram. Our patron Sarah, who we missed by minutes at the expo at Disney.
Yes.
So we're sorry we missed you, and congratulations on your race weekend. How did it go for you? Tell us in the chat.
And Katie's just popping in. She's at dinner. Well, have a great dinner, Katie. If you can pop back in later, we'd love to see you. But Josh brought us something. I love this theming because, as everybody knows, I'm kind of a comic book nerd, and I don't hide that fact. You married me in
Do
spite
you all
of that.
know that Dana is a comic book nerd? Do you know that?
I haven't done. I don't think I've done.
Do you know that? Does everybody know that?
Actually, I do. There was one live where I kind of walked everybody around the TV room where where the big red couch is, and I show them all the comic books on the wall. But yeah, so this brewery that Josh is introducing us to tonight is one that is exclusively and it makes a point of celebrating its Chicago heritage. And this is Revolution Brewing, and
Look
the
at you with
theming
us.
is all about comic books. And this is called League of Heroes. And I just think it's super cool.
Jojo says, "How did we not know this?"
I know, right?
How did we not know that you were a comic book nerd? No.
Shocking. I know. But what I love about this is they theme the individual beers after, superheroes,
Uh-huh.
and they release collections of these beers and call them issues. And the issues are
This is it.
different.
Yeah.
And Amy's showing everybody over on Instagram
Yes.
What that looks like.
Yeah. I don't know if they can see it, but I hope they can.
We'll do the best we can, guys. It would be really nice if the Instagram gods would get on board with simulcasting. Just saying.
Let's see.
And Josh is letting us know that in Chicago we don't play around. So I'm super excited
Apparently.
about this one. Although it is a style that, as everybody knows, we're not typically huge fans of because these are all IPAs. But what we have also learned is that there are a lot of IPAs we do like. And it may be that our palates are developing over time. And that's part of the thing that we like about craft beer is kind of discovering some new styles and new recipes. And it also just may be that we're finding the right ones for us.
Well, maybe. And listen, there are 3 people that have just joined over on Instagram.
Hello, everybody on Instagram.
Yeah. Mousers and Magic jumped over here. Your ghost host.
Nice. Love the theme.
Yeah. And Main Street Miles Meg.
And hello, Meg.
Happy birthday belatedly.
Belated birthday.
Yes. Runner NNP 71 is now over here. And Dawn says she has to go, getting a call from the daughter. We will catch up with you later.
Yes.
Dawn, have a good night and a good chat with your daughter.
Oh, and Josh says over here on the tubes that Trip Billy says hi, and she's going to try to pop in. So hopefully she can. But so anyway, this one in particular, we are going with the beer that appears to be kind of a staple beer from Revolution Brewing. And I believe that, did you not have the description pulled up over there?
I do.
I'm going to let her do it because I didn't bring my reading glasses in here, folks. And while Oh, look at that. Hold on.
Do you want to do it?
I can give it a shot.
Okay.
Let me see.
I'm giving him his glasses so he can see, but I could also jump out of the chat very briefly and read it.
These aren't my glasses, and
those are mine.
And you're going to have to read it because the description is actually not on the can.
Okay.
So,
ooh, Meg is having Pinot Noir.
Very fancy.
Oh,
very fancy.
Yes. Okay. I exit the chat. Un momento, por favor.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to pour.
This is called Anti-Hero, courtesy of Josh. Thank you very much, Josh. And we can't wait for Donna to come either. I wore the shirt tonight because I'm thinking of all of you.
And Anti-Hero is very appropriate for us to try, given that we are still working our way through the Anti-Hero series of virtual 5Ks, courtesy of our friends over at Metal Chasers.
Yes. Also patrons of the show, Christina and Bill Craig. So from Revolution Brewing, Josh brought us the Anti-Hero or Anti-Hero Pale Ale. I don't know.
Tomato.
Okay. Yes. And it says, our flagship IPA is supremely aromatic, crisp, and drinkable. This iconic ale features a blend of Citra, Crystal, Centennial, and Chinook to create a crisp, clean bitterness.
So it's a variety of hops that we're getting in this one.
And imparts massive floral and citrus aromas. An American hop assault for all the ambivalent warriors who get the girl in the end. And then there's a quote. Look, I ain't in this for your revolution, and I'm not in for you, princess. Alcohol by volume, 6.7%. Bitterness, 65 IBUs.
Points to anyone who can tell me where that quote is from.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm coming back to the chat.
I like this dark golden color. This does not appear to have really any haze to it. The head on the beer is actually, it's got a nice, adherence to the glass or lacing of the glass, but it's not really persistent. But I also didn't pour this very heavily to get, more than maybe
a little,
just a little bit, to see how it would look.
Did we show the can?
I didn't really show off the can, but you go for it. You got that right there.
Here's the can.
So it's, I can definitely agree with what they're saying about citrusy and floral aromas on the nose.
Are you getting that?
I am. I mean, this immediately smells to me a little bit of maybe grapefruit and lemon peel.
Hey.
All right, Josh.
Oh, Josh is getting out before we even try the beer?
Oh, all right.
Come on.
Catch back up and we'll let you know how it was.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to all of you as well. Everybody on everywhere.
That's kind of a light to medium body.
Oh, the bitterness.
The bitterness, you get a little bit of the initial bitterness and a lingering bitterness, kind of like the pith of grapefruit, or I think grapefruit juice, really. And Josh is out to dinner and they're having sushi. Very nice.
Oh.
Patron John Schroeder has just joined us over on Facebook.
Patron Meg says that she saw a chocolate peanut butter stout at the store today, and she thought she should get it, maybe, because it's called Snacksident.
Oh, that's very clever.
So speaking of clever names.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you get that, we would love to get a review. That's not one that I think that we've seen.
And Babs 19 has joined our chat over here, who I believe may be running Donna or had run Donna in the past. Let us know.
Please. Yeah. Chocolate peanut butter stouts or porters. I'm always very cautious because the peanut butter sometimes to me can have a very artificial taste. I would love to know what that one tastes like.
Cheryl is having the perfect accompaniment to this beer for dinner. Are you ready?
Oh, do tell.
Brats and taters.
That actually is the perfect
Brats and
accompaniment.
taters.
And that actually might be what we do for dinner tonight ourselves, given that we haven't had dinner yet.
I think that would be freaking delightful.
Now-
Sorry. And I should tell you. Oh, yes. See, I'm right. Babs 19 is the president of the Donna Ambassadors.
Excellent.
Look at what I'm wearing. Look.
She's got the appropriate
Do you see
attire.
it?
We are so excited for Donna coming up here in just a few short weeks.
So for this beer for you from Revolution Brewing, Meg over here on Instagram says, lingering bitterness sounds like a New England winter description. And then
It sounds
JoJo says that's
It
great.
sounds like me through most of my angsty teenage years as well.
The okayest runner is now here in the
I
chat.
love that handle. That's great.
Yay. Yay.
We've got Mark from This Diz Life over on
Yay.
Facebook as well. Mark, I know Mark is getting down to training, which is awesome. We've been
for the Princess Weekend,
Yeah.
and Meg and Running Through Wonderland Jen, they're all counting down to that. And so Babs says, nice shirt. Cheryl also happens to be wearing her Donna shirt.
very nice.
Are we twinning? Are we twinning? Is it the same
I love
one
it.
exactly? Yeah. Or is it the 5K one? Or I don't know. There are no rules.
Oh, and Mark is giving us a little update. He cut the intervals down today.
Hey.
Awesome. I know we've been talking back and forth in chat about, interval work. If you're doing the Galloway run, walk, run method, which is a big topic for us a lot of the time, because we're dedicated. For those of you that might be new to the podcast or new to our live streams, when we do running, or when we run, we are Galloway runners using the run, walk, run method, and we play with intervals all the time because, like Jeff says, you're the captain of your own ship.
Which I believe we actually texted. Well, I texted. I
Yes.
texted that to Mark. You're
Yeah.
the captain of your own ship in your training, and you have to decide how the ratios are going to work best for you. And this morning I was thinking of Mark because I did some cadence drills and acceleration gliders out there to be able to ease in and out of the run and walk better.
That's super important.
Mhm.
Now, I was also going to give John Schroeder a little bit of a shout out.
Oh, yes, please. I'm so sorry.
Patron John, if you're still in the chat, let us know. John is hosting. Number one, John is a machine when it comes to special event hosting. And he is hosting a Cars and Coffee event this weekend in Tampa. Well, I'm sorry, in the Tampa Bay area at the Innisbrook Resort. Maybe if we can pull a string, we can maybe get him for like a Zoom call, and maybe we could talk to him and get some details about it. If you're going to be down in the greater Tampa Bay area and you are interested in checking out some supercars, and I mean, I'm not talking
classy cars.
I'm not talking about, that really sweet Toyota Corolla. I'm talking about McLarens, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bugattis, those types of cars.
Classy cars.
Oh yeah.
Not my first car.
Or I thought yours was a Cressida.
Well, the one that my parents handed down to me, but the first one that I actually spent money on.
Oh, okay.
When I had my first job as a teacher.
Hey, mine was a Celica, so I'm
right
Corolla.
There with you. So I don't know anybody what their first car was. Certainly not a McLaren. Certainly not a classic car that we might see at John's Cars and Coffee event there at Innisbrook.
Yeah. Now, John, if you're in the chat, if you could drop it in, we'd love to know who who's doing the coffee portion of the Cars and Coffee event. And I know that you've been working really hard on event parking, and he's got an entire Facebook event set up. So if you guys are going to be in the Tampa Bay area this weekend, this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., we are going to be heading up to Tampa to get some of this, maybe for a live stream, and maybe some exclusive stuff, hopefully for the patrons. Maybe we can find a friendly supercar owner that wants to let us take it for a spin. That's not going to happen. But these events are so much fun because everybody comes out, they check out these amazing vehicles. The owners are super cool. Depending on who the coffee, the coffee's there, if you're hot beverage, cold beverage, whatever's being offered. And it's just a good time to hang out. And I'm super excited to go check out that event.
Oh, so listen, now we're
traveling
inspired.
For coffee.
You have now inspired some first car talk over here on Instagram. Like, what was your first car? Certainly not the cars we will see at John's event. I'm super excited about that. And
can I paint a picture for everybody?
Did you prompt him to put the coffee in there and he hasn't yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But I'm going to paint a picture for everybody here. Okay. Being a child of the 80s and the 90s, I had I want to say almost the quintessentially 80s car.
Oh, I think I did.
Oh,
well, go ahead.
Well,
you paint the picture.
My first vehicle was an 85
I don't know.
Toyota Celica GT, black. It had on the side, it had like sport striping that went from solid to squares, like it was kind of particleizing on the side, and then through those gray squares was this hot pink swoop, like a neon pink graphic. And on the
I'm sorry.
I see. And on the back window,
swallowed wrong. I'm not. Oh my God.
And on the back window, I had louvers.
I'm sorry. What?
Louvers.
You had what?
Louvers.
Do you all know what that
is? They look like vertical blinds like this, except they're metal.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It was very 80s, but I got 180,000 miles out of that Toyota. It got me from high school to college, and
I had a Toyota Celica that I put like 200,000 miles on.
You beat me. But your Celica was newer than I remember your Celica.
Well, yeah, because somebody broke into my Toyota Cressida, which they no longer make anymore. My tan Toyota Cressida that I inherited from, like, my dad had it, then my mother had it, then my sister had it, and then I had it. And I left it in the school parking lot, which I think is why they have like fenced in and security now.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody broke into it while I was away on a speech and debate tournament. Probably with you.
Bastards.
I don't know. But yeah. So they've been talking about their cars, and Meg says, I do at least know what a Celica is. She says, but she doesn't know what the Cressida is. I'll send you a picture.
The Cressida is not, it's not Toyota's finest moment.
It is not a sporty, cool car, but I loved it. It had a sunroof. It was tan. I'll send you a picture.
Now, the funny story is I drove the heck out of that car till 96, 97. And I went from one 2-door 80s sports car to a 2-door 90s sports car, where I ended up getting a Mitsubishi Eclipse, which had like the one little hump in the hood.
Oh yes, I remember seeing these.
And I'm driving around at work when I was a police officer in Atlanta. I drove past at like 3 a.m. I drive past a Toyota dealership, and I see this insanely cool 2-door car on their parking lot. And it's the year 1999. And I come to a screeching halt in the middle of the road, look at this thing, back up, walk over to it. And I ended up ogling this thing because Toyota had discontinued the Celica. And then they reintroduced it in 99, which was their 2000 model year. And I ended up going back to that dealership after my shift. I was in uniform. And I was like, I want to test drive that. And they literally just tossed me the keys to the car. And they're like, bring it back. let us know what you think. And I'm like, who's coming with me? And they're like, I'm not getting a car with you. They didn't.
Bye, Meg. Have a good night.
They didn't want to be they didn't want to ride next to the police officer who was going to test drive the cool little sports car.
Hannah's just made us international.
Hey, Hannah, thank you for making us
Yes.
international and classy.
Running mom with a big bum. How's the new job or the promotion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us.
But then let me just tell you that Cheryl had a Toyota Tercel. She was saying over here.
Nice.
A Toyota Tercel.
Again, this is dating us. Guys, Google these images. But what I loved about my old 80s car was the fact that that gray and pink thing carried through. And I'm going to tell you how. There was a theme. And actually, that actually predated. I got this thing in no small part. I used to have a pair of Converse Chuck Taylors. Hopefully everybody knows what those are.
I'm sure you do.
Most everybody should. I mean, even
even
the young kids these days are still wearing
young kids.
So
kids
I had a pair.
Like we're so old.
I know. They used to have a pair. They introduced them, and they actually were two-tone. One color on the outside, one color on the inside, and I had a pair of gray ones, and they were actually.
JoJo doesn't know what they are.
Well, JoJo, this is definitely worth Googling.
I think that's what she means when she says I don't.
And these things were twice the normal height of the high top, and then you folded the top down and laced through.
Chuck Taylors.
All
right.
And if you Google them, you can actually find them. They were the gray and pink Chuck Taylors, and they were hot pink on the inside, gray on the outside. So I had these in like 87, 88.
Which
Google the Chuck Taylors gray and pink, and you will see them. They are special. I'm just telling you.
This.
Here, I'm going to change this back to just us. And Dan Rams is in the chat. Hello, Dan. That is them. I owned those. I wore the heck out of those in 8th and 9th grade.
I found them on eBay. I don't know if you can see it.
Copy the link so I can show everybody. I think this warrants sharing. I'm willing to share and be vulnerable to the Runcation Nation.
He's going to be vulnerable and share. Like I showed the picture to Instagram, and then you're going to see it over here everywhere else. Here.
Working.
There
where?
It's coming to you.
Oh, I didn't know that's how that worked.
There you go. AirDrop. The magic of AirDrop, so he can share it with the other social media platforms.
Oh, yeah.
But Instagram saw it first. Yeah. Those are my glasses. That's what I'm saying, man. They look like high top Converse.
Well, they are high top Converse.
That's right.
But you had two options with these. Okay.
What do you mean two options?
You had two options. You could either wear them fully laced up like this.
Oh, like in the way that you wear them.
Yeah, in the way that you wear them.
Two options.
Or you could fold them over and let the interior color show. And yeah, those were the kicks I was rocking in 8th grade.
What does James J. Williams say? He does not understand AirDrop.
I understand AirDrop. It's just that she's sending it to me. I didn't know where the file was going. And if you ever looked at Amy's desktop,
stop it right now.
She uses it for mass storage. I'm just saying. So yeah. Anyway, these were my 8th grade kicks. Yeah.
Why were they called Chuck Taylor? JoJo says.
I was quite the catch.
Why are they called Chuck Taylors?
I believe they're named for a dude named Chuck Taylor.
Cheryl says back in the day that style of Converse was known as Chuck Taylor. I guess for a guy named Chuck Taylor.
I believe that he was a basketball.
Wait a minute.
Star. To the interwebs. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But they're the world's most uncomfortable shoe. Anybody who tells you these are comfortable is a liar or a psychopath. They have exactly one layer of padding, and that is the rubber sole. and the
And
the canvas out or upper is thin. Well, not thin. It's just standard cotton canvas.
don't you love my little readers?
Now, what I do like about them is you can throw them in a washing machine.
So
So there's that.
in 1921, Charles Chuck Taylor, an American semi-professional basketball player, joined Converse as a salesperson.
There we go.
Yes. And after Taylor's signature was added to the ankle patch as his endorsement, they became known as Chuck Taylor's. There you go.
There you go. And here's the funny thing. They're just high top kids. And they're unisex. So now the funny thing is they've brought the style back. You can now get them. These exist.
I found them on eBay.
I know, but you can actually get them like in the mall.
Yep.
You're
now
welcome.
we know. JoJo's like, now we know. And Dana says you're welcome.
The more you know. So, how are we liking the beer? Apparently, I'm liking it more than you are.
Well, it's bitter on the end. Vamos Yankees has joined our chat.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Tell us what you're drinking. Also, this fish runs. Are you running, drinking? Tell us.
Yeah, and just to
Let us
catch
know.
everybody up, we are tasting a beer tonight provided to us by one of our patrons of the show, Josh Osborne.
Yes.
Thank you, Josh, for the beer. This is from Revolution Brewing
In Chicago.
out of Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
And this is part of their, what do they call this series?
Anti-hero?
Is it the Anti-Hero series?
Oh, no. Well, I'm thinking of the Metal Chasers.
Yeah, this is called their Anti-Hero India Pale Ale.
The series has like 15
Yeah,
renditions.
they release these
League of Heroes.
League of Heroes.
League
Thank
of
you.
Heroes.
League of Heroes. So they release these different collections of beers and then they label them like comic books,
Yes.
which is super cool.
Well, I mean,
I'm a fan.
I don't know.
So yeah. Now this to me,
It's bitter on the end.
it is. This has
It's not a piney, really pining like you're licking a pine cone or
no.
tasting some pine needles from a tree. It's not like that. So
It's drinkable.
yeah.
It's not one of those West
Did
Coast
I lose
IPAs
people? Where did
that
everybody
is-
go?
that is going to kill you. I do like the fact that it's a lighter body and a moderate ABV. This is higher than normal, 6.7. But this would be a great beer to have with brats, or this would be a great beer in which to steam your brats.
Well, JoJo was thinking about Keds in terms of shoes. When we were talking
Yeah.
about Chuck Taylor's and all
Yeah.
that. I think they were great, but not they have no support, no like arch support.
No,
So I can't wear them anymore.
I could. I mean, it's bad enough. I've got.
I'll get plantar fasciitis
I was
just
gonna
looking at the
say,
Keds.
I would
Just
end up
looking
having to
at
get
them.
surgery, but you know,
Yeah.
I used to wear, whether it was Chuck Taylor's in middle school and high school, or my go-to shoe was either a leather boat shoe. Living down here in Florida, imagine that, or something like a guy's Ked that was like a canvas upper and rubber sole.
Cheryl says this. They collaborated with Malort. I may be mispronouncing this. And I got a limited edition artwork bottle for Eric's birthday this summer. She must be talking about Revolution Brewing.
Oh, nice.
So that's pretty super cool.
Josh for the win tonight with his selection. We
Yeah.
actually, now the nice thing is he brought us the entire issue.
Well,
See what I
yeah.
did there?
Because there are several different, like there's 15 issues.
There, yeah, and we've got actually 4 beers to try. We got 3 of each one, and we actually have a friend who is a Chicago transplant who will probably let him have a taste because he's a beer aficionado as well, and he's kind enough to sometimes provide us with Chicago style pizza from
Who, Tim?
Yeah, from
Yeah.
what's the place?
Oh my God.
I'm having a brain fart.
No.
The
No. Oh,
Quick, Josh, what's the name of the
no.
place that you can get frozen Chicago style pizza shipped everywhere? Lou Malnati's.
Oh, thank
Sorry.
God.
I
I was
remembered
going to
I
Google.
remembered Lou Malnati's, and he has them shipped in on the regular. So we'll go over and he's like, I'm making pizza. And I'm like, you're not making pizza, you're reheating pizza. But it's Lou Malnati's pizza. So
Cheryl
that's
says
okay.
dinner's done and she has to catch us later.
We'll see you later, Cheryl. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
And I know.
We love you.
Now, if we had a New York friend on the street who was getting some kind of famous New York pizza shipped in, we would be more than happy to go down and have pizza with them as well. I don't want to take sides in the great fight.
No, we would love to have it all. I love all pizza.
Oh, I
am not going to knock any pizza. I would have all the pizza all the time. I love it all.
Okay. And speaking of the last couple of days, popping up in my news feed, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, if you guys are not following, we sponsor or a patron of the show, friends of ours, Greg and Yova from Nice Guys Pizza here in Cape Coral. You got to take a look at this pizza. If you didn't see it today, you should pull them up and check it out. They are doing a squid pizza with chorizo tonight or this weekend, and it looks glorious. And they were doing stills as well as video content on their social media feeds. And
I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't. Where do I need to see it?
Well, I mean, you can probably find it on Facebook. I saw it on Facebook. And
is this it?
That's it.
Oh my God.
Read the description to everybody.
Me, I was looking at the pictures. I left. I'll be right back. Trivia tonight with Mark Davis, which shout out to Mark Davis.
One of the best trivia
we love him.
Masters of ceremonies out there.
He's hysterical.
He's fantastic. Trivia is damn hard.
Yeah. We've won one round once.
No, we won one game once.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a good night. Get here early for a spot. That's no joke at Nice Guys. If you want to do trivia, you got to be there. We're bringing back an old favorite and tweaking it. The Mr. Squidward has been changed up and improved. Here's where we landed. Squid Games, crispy calamari, Calabrian chili oil, chorizo, caramelized onions, roasted garlic aioli, crispy banana pepper. Yes, winning. Sorry, that's not in the description.
How do you make a banana pepper better? Fry
it. You add provolone, mozzarella, Parmesan, a trio of cheeses apparently, and garlic with basil and lemon. Get in the car. We have to go. Right, we have to go.
We had this one when they first introduced it a couple of years ago.
I don't remember it, so get in the car. We have to go get the pizza.
I remember it. It was glorious. And what I love about, again, we brag on them. Again, we're trying to get everybody down here to Cape Coral at some point to come visit and hang out with us. We would love for that to happen.
I watched it.
Amy is sharing the content with everybody over on Instagram.
Somehow, someday, we're going to improve that.
But yeah, that pizza is insane. And John is letting us know they are also on TikTok. So
Darlene is in the chat over here.
Hey, Darlene.
You would be all over the description. I just read the pizza, right? Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I mean, I know that we will get some people who say that's not pizza.
I don't care.
Let me tell you something.
It's pizza.
Their pizza's amazing. They definitely do. They have the traditional styles. Don't get us wrong. They have the traditional styles.
Right?
But their eclectic stuff that they do like this, absolutely fantastic. I am, that one right there. I mean, that may end up being a day. We may have to find that. That may have to be a day 7 for us.
It's day 7. We have to go. Oh my God. Nice Guys is now on TikTok, according to John Schroeder.
She totally didn't hear me say that just now.
Let's get in the car. It's day 7. We have to go. We call it day 7 when we can have the meat and we can have calamari as meat. Let's go.
Calamari is meat.
Yes.
So
or
chorizo.
Seafood, I guess, or chorizo, whatever. It's all the meat. Get in the car.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
We have to go now.
Let's see. I can actually probably.
We put a classic episode in the feed this week while he's searching for this pizza picture because I needed inspiration. This has been a particularly rough week for me, and we uh, we are, of course, taking the hiatus last week. We put our story in the feed, and then this week we um we put an inspirational one back in the feed,
We did.
which is actually a video. But you can still listen to it, and still it doesn't matter. I just
Yeah.
like to look at it because I can't believe that I sat next to an Olympic marathoner, an Olympic silver medalist, Meb, and so that's in the feed, and I just needed some inspiration from him, and that is what you will listen to this week. And then next week we will be back with a recap, starting with a weekend where we got to be with JoJo. So
Indeed.
anyway, running is dumb. Welcome to the chat.
I love that. I love it. I love
What?
it.
I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to find that post on their Facebook page so that I could share that picture of the pizza with everybody over here on the other chats.
Okay, but if you can go to pages, right? Just click on their, yeah.
I thought I did. Sorry.
There you go. I showed you.
You
Instagram
did.
saw it first. Yeah, yeah. I want it right now. Right
Oh,
now.
I hear you.
I want it right now. Can we get in the car?
No. So, okay. Here's the pizza.
Oh my God.
I mean, come on.
I mean, the calamari looks so perfect. And the pizza, and look at the pattern of the sauce. Like the aioli is just perfectly oh my God.
And the dirty secret for them is that they do everything fresh, and they actually create work for themselves where they could cut corners. Like the only frozen item that when they first opened, they had a rule: nothing frozen except for one thing and one thing only. And it was a particular brand of chicken tender that they used.
Night, JoJo.
And that was to get the same taste that Greg grew up with in his childhood.
Oh, the chicken fingers.
And they were glorious. But look at that pizza.
I'm sorry.
Come
I
on.
just want it.
And they also house make their own chorizo. That's the other thing. And they do it. It's a ground chorizo, not a sliced chorizo.
I think I'm drooling.
I know, right?
I'm drooling.
It's crazy.
Sorry, I'm drooling. It's bad. It's so bad. I need it. I mean, George Reeves, how are you? Welcome
Hey,
to our
George.
chat. We are talking about a pizza with calamari on it, and we're having an IPA beer courtesy of one of our patrons, Josh.
From Revolution Brewing out of Chicago.
So we got on
And
the
I'm
topic of
about to-
pizza.
I'm about to defeat the hero or the anti-hero.
Mm-hmm. It's an anti-hero beer. And how are you, and what are you running, and what are you drinking? So, and we're talking about what I really want to eat right here and now.
I'm trying to think
Immediately.
of how many miles we would need to run to burn this off.
Probably an ultra.
I mean, a lot.
Like, the Donna Ultra is 110.
That's true.
Probably that many.
I mean,
depending on how many pieces we ate.
As tempting as it would be to maybe, like, if you were ever going to venture into an ultra and have that be the first one that you do,
I would.
The thing I would like about that is you run through the night, you get your distance, but then as people are waking up and the community's waking up, and you're going through those portions of the course where now you're going through the neighborhoods, they kind of time it just right. I think it would be very reinvigorating, re-energizing, and very uplifting to go through those neighborhoods where people are coming out, setting up tables,
Of course, it
feeding
would.
you,
Naturally.
cheering you on, basically doing like a street party in the neighborhood, all in support of the Donna Foundation, the Donna Race, and
Which we can't wait for.
that is coming in just a couple of short weeks. I am so excited. And what I'm really excited to find out, number one, is what's the weather going to be like, because you just don't know. It's Florida. and it's going to be in Florida in February, so
Accurate.
could be
We
chilly.
don't know.
Could be wet.
Sometimes
Could
it's
be
been
hot.
rainy. Sometimes it's been hot. Sometimes it's been cold.
And the
We just don't know.
other thing I'm waiting to find out is see if we can get for the post race connection, if we can get a reservation over at Post Tavern.
Well, they don't do reservations normally. I don't think.
We might know a person
See?
over there.
Because
though.
listen,
Post
I
Tavern,
think
if you're
Susie's
listening.
been all over it. She's been our ambassador who has created a Facebook event. And she's been all over. She's like, I made reservations here and I made reservations here. And I can't remember what they are right now. But in that event, she has made reservations for Saturday night and Sunday night, I think. And I think Saturday night is a carbo loading thing.
Awesome.
Some Italian
beers
place
are not the appropriate carb the night before a half or a full.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But what we need to do, and Dawn, we are so excited for Donna as well. What we need to do is see if we can. I need to reach out to Post Tavern and see if we can negotiate a reservation or something, because I don't think they do it normally.
Right.
So, yeah.
But you might know somebody there.
Maybe she's still there. I
And
hope
then
she's still there.
And then the other thing is, at some point while we're up there, because I'd have to go and try to find the post in the event group or event posting for reservations. If we make it back towards Intuition Ale Works, I need to get a bottle of their Underdark release.
Of course,
if
you
it's
do.
Available
Naturally,
because I mentioned earlier that I'm a bit of a comic book nerd. I'm also a Dungeons and Dragons nerd, and that beer is a reference, a not so veiled reference to Dungeons and Dragons.
we still have the bottle. We saved the bottle from when we had them on the show.
It's a super high ABV barrel aged stout, and it's phenomenal. But changes from year to year depending on what barrel they aged in and all that stuff. I want to try it again.
Yes,
I'm looking very forward to that one. So, all of that said, we are approaching. It's almost 10 minutes to the hour. And Amy is furiously typing over here.
Dawn said,
on
did she,
Instagram.
did how many people did Susie make reservations for? She says it's flexible and we can expand, but I think she said it at 6 to start.
Yeah.
So depending on when people are like getting here and, like trip and expo and all that.
Yeah. And we're wanting, if you're, if you're later in joining us in the Runcation Nation and you're didn't know we were doing the meetup and you want to come meet up, come on, let us know, message us.
Yeah.
We are super excited.
Yeah. So
we're looking forward to the social shakeout run, the 5K, and the half is going to be our distance of choice.
Well, we registered for the 5K and the half.
Yes.
And of course we're doing the social shakeout run.
You have to.
I'm negotiating the time off from work.
Yes.
Right now. Right now.
It'll be taken care of.
Yep.
So we're super excited about that. We are going to be bringing new food and drink from that race. We are going to be revisiting some old favorites as well.
And we got to get to that new one that that Mexican place that Amanda recommended.
Yes. We've had a couple of people recommend that one to us.
Yeah,
so we got to check that out.
Got to do it. And hopefully we'll see Dr. Andy Sharp and the Bouncy Hunters.
Well, I've been, following along with the Bouncy Hunters and Andy on Facebook. So it looks like the crew is ready to go, and they've been active in fundraising and they're getting ready as well.
They always are. They kill it every year.
I'm really excited to hook up with them too.
Such a great job.
But we have been on hiatus for 2 weeks, like Amy mentioned before. We're doing some stuff on the back end of the website. The new website hopefully will go live this weekend. We will definitely, even if I don't have the new website and the address won't change.
No.
We'll have the new look to the website, the race calendar
updated.
We have been really doing some planning. fingers crossed. The last time we planned, it was in
I don't even know if we
2020,
should publish it on the webpage. Oh,
and we broke the universe. So, hopefully,
not our fault.
I hope not. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. If it does, then maybe we know maybe there's a causal thing there. But we've got races planned out. We have a pretty robust race calendar.
We do.
With travel to some states and races we've never done.
It's true.
So I'm very excited to announce those and let everybody see where we're going, and hopefully they can join us.
Yeah.
And find places that you can
Maybe
go.
we'll do an exclusive chat for the patrons.
Oh,
like we did last year.
Yeah.
Or the year before.
I like that.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited. We got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
We've been very hard at work, a little bit every night and over the last 2 weeks. So hopefully that all pays off. So
I hope so.
Yeah. But in the meantime,
we love all of you.
We did that. You mentioned it. I was going to kind of reiterate it. If you've been listening to this week's episode, on your mobile device, and you haven't bothered to look at your screen,
it's a video.
It's a video episode
from back in the day.
Yeah, back when we were a video podcast. So, by all means, check it out. This was a great opportunity. It was actually Amy's second interview with Meb Kefleski.
So lucky to do it. And Howie Management is all a part of that. And that's Meb's brother and his sports management company. And I just have to say,
and I don't know if we ever, I know we've told the story in the past. I don't think we mentioned it on that episode, but basically we get the phone call. We're in the last 2 miles of
Liam from the agency
of the race.
Yes.
And he's like, we can go earlier.
We've got to go earlier.
Okay.
We've got to go earlier because he is a man
on a
who
mission.
is like in demand. So he's had
kind
to.
of a big deal.
We had to go. We had to go.
So
okay.
But it was great, and I think you'll really enjoy the episode listening to somebody like Meb, and it's just we were so
and his book
grateful to be able to do it.
Yeah. It was right before his book came out. It's phenomenal. Yes.
I believe that's the book to which she's referring.
Yes, he talked about that. He gave us a sneak peek of it. It was great. Great.
So
yeah.
With that, we are coming upon the top of the hour now, guys.
So,
we want to thank everybody who was able to come over and join us.
Yeah.
Whether it was Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram.
We did it.
Thank you so much. Hopefully you were able to tune out the world for an hour. Forget the news. Come hang out with some like-minded people.
We hope so.
Talk about running, eating, drinking, your first car, whatever.
Whatever it is, we love all of you in our community.
So
thanks.
Please check out new episode will be up this Tuesday. runeatdrink.net is where you can find that. You can go right to the main page, click on listen now, and you can listen right there. But we would really like it if you would subscribe to the show in your favorite podcatcher. We're available where most podcasts are served, with the exception of Spotify, because we keep dropping videos in the feed.
Well, Amazon too. I don't think
you can listen to us on Amazon, on your Amazon devices, but not through Amazon Music. You just ask for that to play the podcast. It plays it through a different service.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway.
So
we thank you for however you listen.
Absolutely. Yeah. So runeatdrink.net, check it out. New episode on Tuesday. New website up this weekend, and we are looking forward to doing some live streaming. Join us on Sunday for our Sunday morning coffee chat.
Yes. I know we didn't do one last Sunday.
We were traveling.
Because we were driving. And maybe that's not wise to drive and chat.
No.
So.
Well, not me.
I mean.
You could in the passenger seat.
I guess we could have, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.